Hi everyone, I hope everybody is doing fantastic today. I do want to remind you guys that I put a video out yesterday announcing that I am offering personal readings again, and I'm really excited to do so. Just this morning, I had to, excuse me, take some people off the list that booked due to non-payment or they accidentally booked twice, etc. So I cleaned out the calendar, and what that allowed was some spots open still, like soon. Hold on, I did this stuff for the members reading too. I think I have it written down here. I think we still have something for tomorrow, the 22nd, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 30th, like there, January 1st. It's open all the way until February, but if you want something for the holidays, like we still have a lot of spots open, guys. So take advantage of that. If you want a personal reading, it'll be really exciting. The ones for today, they will be going out today, obviously. The way that it works, although it says it on the website, on the booking site, you're going to get it the day that you book for, but ignore the time. So even though it says 11 o'clock in the morning, that doesn't mean you're going to receive it 11 o'clock in the morning, but you will receive it anytime that day. And if you want to look into it, more information, etc., click more underneath this video where it says more. That's the description box, and the link to the booking page is there. And I'm really excited for those that have already booked. This is always a good way, if you want to get some more insight before the new year. But I did announce that I think I'm going to be offering personal readings long-term too. I can't guarantee they're always going to be at this price though. That, this is like a special. And I am going to be recording some bonuses for Christmas with some rituals that I like to, share with you guys from my book of rituals, which you might not find on the internet because they're my personal rituals. If you feel guided to one of them before the new year, whether for cleansing or for whatever you need. But I'll talk more about that when the time comes. I just got a text while I'm recording. That's why I just paused awkwardly. And it's from somebody by the name of Joan. So if you know somebody by the name of Joan, if your name is Joan or Joanne or Joanna or maybe even John, this might be an omen for you in particular. I usually channel, what is this? Channel before pulling some cards, but I feel guided to just go right to it. You're walking away from something. Oh, this is, if you're going to walk away from anything, I just split the deck. That's what I want you to walk away from. Oh yeah, we want to walk away from the devil for sure. Okay? For sure. And that's beautiful because I just posted something on the community tab that said something. Well, I didn't just post it. It was something I posted like 3 days ago, I think, or something like that. That said, prepare yourself because God is about to replace everything that the devil took away from you. Now we have the 8 of shells. In this deck, shells signify the cups. In the traditional tarot, it would be the 8 of cups. And here it says the 8 of shells. To signify water. It's a water sign. It might be significant to you. In this deck, it says sacrifice for the 8 of cups. And the devil says seduction. I think this is a sign that you're walking away. It's either a sign that you need to walk away, or it's just representing that you have walked away from somebody or something that has been seducing you. The devil comes in many forms, you guys. The devil comes through in many forms. Okay? Temptation, seduction, right? Addiction. All of the sins that you could possibly think of, anything that we do in excess, all of that is devil energy. And it doesn't mean that you're a demon. It means that you're a human being, because just incarnating here on earth is already, you signed up before you even incarnated down on this planet to go through the many lessons. This is a school. The many lessons that you learn here on this planet. And they're all a fight against the devil energy. Because it is in our being. Okay? It is in us. It's just like we have God within us, we have the devil within us. Every single one of us. As much as we don't want to believe that. You know, somebody, and I don't know, this is all channeling, and don't worry, we're going to get more into the reading. Somebody asked me, I had a conversation with someone a while ago, and it was something along the lines of, do you think that humans are inherently naturally good, or do you think humans are inherently naturally bad? My answer, whether you agree with this or not, I think we're inherently naturally bad. Yes, I do. I think humans are bad. If we were not, the world wouldn't look this way. We all have the capability for evil, okay? And we need God in order to stop us from that reality. We need rules and limits and consequences and a whole bunch of things so that we do not live out that truth that the devil is within us the moment that we are born. It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay? And it's unfortunate, and I believe that about animals, that everybody. Just to have a survival instinct alone means that you're inherently, in a way, bad. Because a lot of animals have to kill in order to survive. Now, would you say that that's good? Right? It's one of those things. But we are also a representation of God. And that is what makes this a journey, being on this earth. That is why this is a school. Because every step that we take, right, is you having to experience that devil energy that is just inherently there and seeing how much you can battle it. Now, this is the thing. The light always wins. The light is always more powerful. God never abandons you, right? The good is always more powerful. Angels never leave your side. You are always protected, right? But it is your responsibility as a human being, whether you're going to seek that light, whether you're going to allow the angels to help you, or if you're going to fully accept that devil energy. And then, you know, we do know that there are some people that if they go down too far, they're too far gone. God will always forgive you, but too far gone. I'm talking like, you know, there's some sick ass people on this planet, right? And that's what it is. It's a battle. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, right? I mean, for some people, they do real evil, which I think, honestly, even though you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror, we're all capable of it. Doesn't mean that you think about it consciously, right? But we all are capable of darkness. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but you're not perfect. Devil energy could be as simple as like gluttony. Part of the set, not to be religious, that's one of the 7 deadly sins and all of that, right? And you know what's crazy? And I'm sorry to go on this rant. Don't worry, this reading is going to get more and more specific as we go. There is a reason to everything that they share. This also points me back to a conversation I had. I forgot, there's a theory that says that every holiday that we celebrate is actually a representation of a deadly sin, right? Like Thanksgiving, it's gluttony, right? I forgot what it was. What are the other ones? Halloween, it's wrath. They would say, what was Christmas? Even though we're celebrating the birth of Christ, there's something. It's because we do things. It's not what we do, it's what we do in excess that becomes, Christmas would be what is what is it? Valentine's Day would be lust. Christmas, what's the one where you're over shopping, you're overspending, whatever. Okay, you get the point. But the message here that I'm getting, it's like walking away from doing things in excess. You understand? That's the devil energy. So it's not so much that every holiday means you're a demon if you celebrate, right? Though, because the devil is everywhere, right? Even in things like that, we get seduced to do things in excess. So there's something here that is seducing you to do things in excess, I'm getting. And the divine's asking you to, even though you see it as a sacrifice, to try to get through that and learn this lesson, to jump this hurdle and get rid of and fight this battle once and for all, however this resonates with you. And this might be, just an addiction you're fighting. This could be, like, for example, let's say it's as simple as like overeating. You need to lose weight. You need to make a sacrifice, right? And not be seduced by all those cupcakes if you want to be healthy. This is like a super simple example, right? But this could be a person. This could be a person. The person could be literally the devil. This person is the devil. Okay? For some of you, you are going to be seduced. You're going to be faced with a test in the next 3 weeks. Something's going to come up. But it's going to be, you're tested every day, but this test is going to be as clear as day. It might be, it's like a final test. I honestly just see an image. I don't know why they're, again, I use all my clairs when I read, but they're showing me, and this happens a lot, like actually I see it like a movie screen. I see angels standing somewhere with a book, right? With a book and a piece of paper, right? This is from the Southern Oracle. Shout out to her. All right. This is the tin box, right? With it, like, watching. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this is green and this is green, and the green signifies the heart chakra, right? Which is very important to have open if you want to connect to the divine. It's like Spirit is writing down, did they learn this lesson? The divine is sending one last test here in terms of this particular situation to see if they learned their lesson. And depending on what you do is what's going to manifest for the next 6 months. So be careful. Okay? This could be a person, literally a demon. That dude that's always hitting you up. Hey, I miss you. Want to get together? And you know damn well he just wants ass. Excuse my language. Sacrifice whatever desire you have to meet with this devil and walk away. All right? It's going to come up. If you haven't, again, even though you only see, if you're new here, you probably don't even know my style of reading. If you only see 2 cards on the table, you're like, how are you getting all this information? I'm channeling, okay? So, I'm getting, there's going to be a situation where, again, you're going to have to make the sacrifice. The Spirit wants to know if you're going to walk away from this for good or not. And I would be very careful if I were you, because what I said was, look. Look at this. We got the Death card, followed by the Ace of Gems, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Death card is the card of transformation, endings and transformation. Okay, and the Ace of Gems is the Ace of Pentacles. It says reward. I literally said not to scare you or anything, but Spirit's being very clear. This is kind of a warning. They're saying, listen, we're going to give you one last opportunity to get it together. I mean, you have endless opportunities in terms of the universe. Yeah, for sure. But I'm talking about, time doesn't exist for us is what they're saying as angels. So you learning this lesson, will you learn it eventually? Absolutely. We're here for it. We're never going to leave your side. But 6 months to you is a long time. 6 months to us is less than a blink of an eye. If you do not walk away from whatever this is you need to walk away from, we're going to have to give you another lesson that you're not going to like. It's going to affect the next 6 months of getting it from between now and June. I keep hearing June 12th. If that's your birthday, holy shit. If that's this person's birthday, holy shit. If it is, comment it down below. Because I don't know why that came out through so specifically. Okay? Or June 15th, June 13th. Okay? But not that your life is going to be terrible between now and then, but they're going to give you some lessons that, you'd rather be spared from them, right? You don't want to have to go through this. They want to be able to reward you now, not later, now, right? It's one of those situations where the reward is coming either way. The out of the situation is coming either way, but they don't care if it takes you freaking 10 years to learn this lesson, but do you really want to waste 10 years of your human life learning this damn lesson? Is what they're saying. They're about to give you, literally, you're about to be tested to see if you are going to fall into the seduction or if you have transformed enough to receive this reward, this new beginning. The ace is signifying new beginning, stability, all of that. Okay? Because it's there's a reward, right? Spirit is showing me a relationship forming. It could be money. A lot of things are manifesting. Literally, this is supposed to be a smoker, a grill from a Peppa Pig thing. But I just saw it like a treasure chest. It's Spirit's here, right? And they have a chest full of surprises for you, full of things that are manifesting. Money, all sorts of things are manifesting. And they're just holding it here. But they're not going to, and it's not a coincidence, it's the same green. They're not going to open and give it to you until you prove to them that you've learned this lesson. Okay? And again, it might be a person coming to seduce you. It could be also a situation where during the holidays, somebody's going to trigger you. I keep hearing that too. Somebody's going to try to trigger you during the holidays. You're going to get a phone call from someone you don't want to get a phone call from. It might be even your own family. Maybe sitting at the dinner table, they're going to say some ish that's going to trigger you. Have you learned your lesson? You know how not to react, how not to let it get to you. Because I'm reading for someone that at one point used to get seduced by the devil so easily, and the devil used to actually win, even though you didn't think that the devil was winning. Why? Because the devil was getting a reaction out of you. And whenever you would react to whatever situation this is, it would then, or whenever you would give into it, whether it was a reaction or you would give into whatever this is, it would lead to days of crying or feeling upset or depression or something, all of the things that the devil wants. The devil wants you downfall. And ultimately, the person that would end up being affected was you. Ultimately, the person whose vibration was lowered was yours. That is the devil winning. You understand that? That is the devil winning. That was you. You used to have that kind of reaction. If somebody didn't answer your text, you would lay down and have a physical reaction to some kind of, maybe you had some kind of abandonment issues, but you were reacting over someone that never cared about you that much in the first place, or they did, but they were really just using you. It could be something like that, right? So now Spirit's going to bring these kind of situations, whatever, back to you to see if how strong you have become, if you actually learn to trust in the divine and are able to differentiate what's good for you and what's not. Okay? I'm going to tell you. And listen, the devil never comes forward. The devil sometimes is obvious, but sometimes the devil doesn't come dressed as the devil, honey. This could be somebody from the past commenting, reaching out to you. Hey, lovely, you look so beautiful, whatever, whatever. And you might think they're just paying you a compliment. But there's something about this situation where it requires you to be able to determine, you to be able to see it for what it is on your own, okay? I'm also getting, this might be related to, or this might be a separate energy, something that you tried to manifest. Something that you tried to manifest a long time ago is actually manifesting now. But I don't think that you want it anymore. Because I feel like you tried to manifest this. And this came through the other reading. I think you tried to manifest this while you were in a state, in a place, in a different vibration. So that is why Spirit is now also bringing this like back to you. To show you that you don't know more than they do. The divine knows what's best for you. So if you're trying to manifest something for the future, let's say it's a person or whatever, you always got to end it, whatever you manifest it with, if it's in my best interest, if it's for my highest good. You have to always allow room for the divine to figure that out for you, because there are things you don't understand. So something actually might be manifesting right now, where you got to take responsibility for it. Like, wow, I really did try to manifest this, but I thought that this person that's like literally the devil incarnate was like the love of my life at that point. Like, they're not. So I don't want this. Like, I actually, you know? And that's what the divine's trying to see. All right. What's this reward here for? What's this reward here for? What's this? Hold on. What's this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Gems here for? Oh, God. 10 of Wings, difficulty. That's a 10 of Swords. That's the 10 of Swords. Hold on. That's a 10 of Swords. You've been stressed. You were left in a place where, like, you couldn't take it anymore. And you're getting, again, every time this keeps, the Sun card is coming through every reading, which is the divine light. Generosity, 6 of Gems, the 6 of Pentacles, which is balance. You are going from a period. The reward is going from, is you transition, you transitioning from a period of difficulty to a period of generosity, a period of divine generosity. This says support and generosity. You are going from a place of being like just completely done, exhausted, backstabbed, whatever, to literally every ancestor, every spirit being, everybody that you know coming through to balance out your life and to bring some clarity and to bring some support. You are getting your reward, but take this as a warning. Do not fall victim to this devil. I need more information on this devil. Who the hell? Who's that? Who that? Right? Who's that? Like, seriously. Seriously, though. All jokes aside. Who the hell is this devil? I'm gonna use the Morgan Greer to find out who this devil is. Who is this devil? What's this devil about? What's this seduction about? Every time I shuffle this deck, it smells like perfume. Because it smells so good, though. There was a time that it was in a bag with this like travel perfume that spilled. and it got wet a little bit and whatever, but it's since then dried and it ended up like being okay to reuse. But the perfume smell has not, you see, like it's like stuck because some of the papers got messed up. It got stuck and stuck together. But since then, the smell has not gone away. So every time I shuffle, I smell this beautiful perfume, which I believe is, what perfume is this? I don't even know what perfume this is. What the hell perfume is this? This is a Chanel perfume. Yeah, it's strong. I mean, those perfumes are strong. Every time I shuffle it. Tell me more about this devil. Oh! No. That was too much. That was an accident, guys. Tell me more about this devil. Devil at home. Anxiety. The Four of Wands, whatever this was, it could be a person, place, thing. It affected, look, and then we have the Five of Cups too, and the Ten of Cups, which is here twice. Whenever I get a card twice, it really, like, it emphasizes the energy of that card, and it's not the best card. The Four of Wands is the card that signifies family or your home life or your actual home. It could be a marriage or some kind of union that you had. It was, you know, but it affects your home life. It affects your stability at home. Four signifies stability. This devil manifested itself in anxiety. This devil manifested itself in sadness, sorrow, and the Ten of Swords. Like, eventually, like, you were, like, left for dead, so to say. Not literally, but you know what I mean? Like, you were done. Couldn't take it anymore. What's interesting about the Five of Cups, though, is that, see, behind him, and he's not looking at it because he's too sad to look at it, is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is like dating, a union forming, you meeting people. You know, so this could be the energy of, like, there was a relationship that fell through here. Now, since we started with the Eight of Cups. Because there was just too much devil energy, it ended. When I see the Eight of Cups and the Death card, and the Ten of Swords 2 times, something definitely ended here. Okay, it was some kind of toxic relationship. And there could have been children or a marriage involved, or at some point there was an idea, it was put out in the energy that you thought this was somebody that you could marry or that you would. Even if you think it's silly now, that did exist at some point. However, what manifested in this connection is what I'm seeing here was obviously an ending, was obviously anxiety, was obviously, you know, constant sadness. And then what ended up happening was it stressed you out so much that you were trying to worry about yourself. But it took away from your desire to even start dating. Like you were done with dating even, possibly. You were done with dating. You only, because you got obsessed possibly with the idea of it working out with this person and it didn't. So then who you were meant to be with, or the prospect of a healthy relationship, like you just had so much on your plate that you were not even there. Like you couldn't even focus on the fact that there's still 2 cups standing back there. Okay? Is what I'm getting. And I feel like this person is going to come back trying to seduce you. But can I be real with you? They're still not ready to have a healthy connection. This is somebody, I'm not going to tell you that they're not your twin flame. They weren't a soulmate. But there's something interesting that not a lot of readers talk about, right? But there are people, regardless of we still have free will, regardless of what was meant for you. So I could have told you, or it could have been 2 years ago, that you were supposed to end up in a connection with this person. That this person was your twin flame and you were supposed to come into union. Some readers may not agree with me in this department. And I don't care. I'm going to tell you how it works in how I see it, how I'm being told. Okay? But at the end of the day, everybody has free will. If this person chose, also had the same situation where they were given an opportunity many times to walk away from the seduction of the devil and transform so that they could receive their reward and possibly start something solid with you. They had many opportunities given to them by the universe. Okay? They had many opportunities to do that. Because they were supposed to start some kind of a family or something solid with you. But this person, this is somebody possibly, and I don't judge anybody that battles this, but they might actually battle with clinical anxiety, clinical depression. You could be that person too, but I'm saying they could battle. I'm getting somebody that possibly battles something like that, or addiction. So they fall prey to the devil very easily. And that's no judgment to people that battle that. That runs in my family heavily. So I understand that. Okay? I have my grandfather, before he passed, took antidepressants. On his side, on my maternal side, a lot of them, there are grown adults in their 60s and 70s that have clinical depression and have a hard time getting up from bed. I was just having a conversation with my mom today about a cousin that she has. It's like she has everything to be thankful for. She was a doctor. No, she's a dentist. Super successful. And she had to leave her job as a dentist before time because of her clinical depression, you know. Sometimes you can't control those things and you feel bad for people like that. Luckily, she has a good support system. So I'm just letting you know, like, that this is not coming from a judgmental place. And I know it could be a health condition. It's not something that a lot of people can choose. What you can choose, however, is how you will let it affect your life. Because unfortunately, when you have those kind of imbalances, and I'm saying it because I see it here. When you have those kind of imbalances, it is unfortunate, but those are the people that the devil attacks the most. I'm a medium, right? For those of you that are, that don't know me very well. And I also went to college for neuroscience and psychology. That's actually what I got a degree in. So I remember I worked in research a lot during college and after, because my goal at that time, and that was a long time ago, obviously my path ended up being a different path, but I wanted to be a psychologist. So you had to do a lot of research, etc., in order to get those credentials, in order to get into a good grad school. You had to put it in your, in your resume and get letters of recommendation that you have experience researching, etc. So I've gone to a couple mental institutions with some research programs that I worked with, and as a medium, which I didn't tell a lot of people then, that I sensed that I was, highly sensitive to energies and things and the other side. But every single person in there had an attachment. Every person, and it was sad to me, every person in there had a dark entity attached to them. Okay? Or everybody. They were all, they all had demons. Breaks my heart because, and I'm sorry, but this is what's coming through right now, because of the law of that's how it works. Because when your vibration is low, that's when the devil is like, yes, I can cling on to them. The devil is low vibrational. So it's like likes attract likes, you know? That's when the devil could only control you through your mind. And these are disorders of what? Of the flesh, of the mind. So the devil will come through in those situations and make it worse. Okay? And make it worse. So it's not the depression or the anxiety that I see I'm getting somebody here, whether they admit it or not, suffers with. That's the problem. It's the devil energy that they allow it to infiltrate their space. That's the problem. And then I hate to be talking about my family's personal business, for example. My mom's cousin, which I guess would be my cousin too, but she's so much older than me. I don't know why it's so hard for me to be like my cousin when like they're literally like in their 60s. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Because culturally in my for us, if somebody's your cousin, but after over a certain age, you call them your aunt. Like, so it's hard to, whatever. So she's not actually my aunt though. But like, if I saw her, I would say aunt. Because she's too old for me to be like, hey, what's up, Susan? You know, and her name's not Susan. But I just don't want to be putting, I don't know, her name out like that. Even though I know she's not watching. But like, for example, she has those issues and she's in bed. Her daughter, she only has one child. She was divorced a long time ago. Thankfully, you know, is very dedicated to her mother, and she has like a nurse that comes to take care of her and all that stuff because she's like, she has really bad major depression, right? But because of her support system and because also she believes in God so heavily, so she's always connecting with the light, and she's always putting herself in situations where like she's consciously connecting with God and her family, and she has a big support system, etc. When the devil comes and tries to affect her, even though she has that condition, she doesn't allow the devil to take over. Not for long, at least, you know? But there are people that don't have that, and then they end up, what happens? This is an easy gateway for the devil to be like, oh, here, just take drugs. Do drugs. Become a drug addict. You have these problems here. Just have some heroin, right? And they're not connected with the light, the sun. They're not connected with, they allow the devil to seduce them. And so this is a person I'm getting that has these issues, has a little bit of issues, whether it's major or not. They could be highly functioning, but still have some anxiety issues, whether you know it or not. They could be as clinical as I'm telling you that my aunt cousin is, right? Whatever the case, but they have chosen over and over again to be seduced by the devil. And therefore, they have been the devil to you. And this is a message from God in the universe, I guess, to tell you that that's why I'm getting, like, interestingly enough, like, it's hard. It is hard because the Eight of Shells is the card of walking away. But it says sacrifice. That's the hard part because it's like, it's not just like, girl, walk away, close your eyes. Whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, whatever. Like, there's actually, like, there's a sacrifice involved in you walking away. This is like the point of saying, I don't want to walk away from you. I love you. I wanted this to work out, whatever the case may be, you know? But I gotta sacrifice the fact that I know that about you and that I love you, and like allow myself to find this stability in somebody else because you're not learning your lesson. You're falling prey to the devil nonstop. And I can't play God. This difficulty is too much on me. Because then what ends up happening is they were rubbing off on you. And this is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But their anxiety rubs off on you. Their sadness rubs off on you. I mean, this person was sucking the life out of you. I got to keep it real. And I did get like 6 months that came out through here a lot. So like the first 6 months of you walking away is going to be very difficult for you. It's going to be like a detox period, but Spirit's telling you, you know, you got to do it for you. You got to do it for your family. And we're going to support you along this path of difficulty spiritually. Butterflies to me is always spiritual. And we're going to reward you a new life of stability, I promise, and possibly a new love. Because when you get up and turn around, those 2 cups are still there. And it's a shame. That's what I was trying to say. It's like a lot of readers don't say this, but like I could have read for you, let's say 2 years ago, and be like, this is your person. But everyone has free will. So if the devil still has power, honey. If they choose to fall prey and go down that path, you know, they chose that path. That doesn't mean that they weren't your twin flame. That doesn't mean that they weren't important. That doesn't mean that they weren't the person. It means they didn't learn the lesson. So now they're about to go through more lessons. Now the divine's here to test you. Are you going to join their lessons now and go through that for more time? Or are you going to put yourself first? This is for someone. Because I'm seeing the image clear as day. And I wish this person well, this other person and you. But they got to get it together. And you can't be in the middle of it. Now, I want you to know if you're new here. I should have said this in the beginning. Because if you didn't know this, you probably could have clicked off by now. Like, well, I don't have anyone in my life. This doesn't have to be about love. Remember, I'm reading energy. I'm reading energy, okay? So this does not have to be about love. So what that means is I could be talking about you being attached to a toxic environment in general, a family dynamic, or a toxic workplace, a change that you've been trying to make. You keep getting seduced to stay somewhere where you're not supposed to. You have like maybe a fear of letting people down. That's coming through as well. There's a big omen of put yourself first. They'll get over it. They will build a bridge and get over it. They will build a bridge. You don't want to keep going through the same lesson. That was clear to me. Why are the 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups, sadness, and this 10 of Swords here twice is difficulty 2 times. Like, again, the Death card, like, with the Sun. Death card and the Sun. Death card and the Sun. Look. Death card and the Sun. Excuse me. I don't feel sick. I had the flu. Sorry. I had the flu last week. And so I still have like that lingering cough, but I'm all right. And like the stuffies. But I don't feel sick. Like I can function. So, but please excuse me because it's not really pleasant to hear me do that. But I have a feeling it's going to be there for a little while. Confirm with the Death and the Sun. The sun's also the card of illumination. So you're like clear on this now. I said, why are these cards here? This anxiety. It's because the divine's like, are you going to end this? Are you going to allow this to transform so that you can let some light into your life? Here we go with the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Are you going to learn your lesson? The Wheel of Fortune is literally the reward. It's also the karmic wheel. And the Magician card is, you know, things manifesting. Like, we have some rewards for you. We have some things manifesting for your future. And again, but you walking away, since it says sacrifice is not going to be the easiest thing, but you got to make that decision. If you want this reward, you got to end something. Something has to end here. So, and you got to do it today. It has to be done, because this person's not learning their lesson. But I feel like, you know, you might think that they have. There's something about the situation that's going to make you feel like they have again, right? And you might give them the benefit of doubt again, but within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to realize that it wasn't that way. How long are you going to ride this train? Look, there's going to be some kind of, I just picked it up, some kind of tower moment again. Some kind of upheaval, some kind of argument, some kind of crisis that's going to make it very clear to you. And Divine wants to know, you know, remember the tower is here for like the destruction of something old so something new can manifest. Walking away from things, you know, it's so easy in a reading to say, well, you got to walk away and then you're going to get a new life. Yeah, but life is not like that. There's so many, like the nuances, you know, there's layers, and tarot reads in layers. Like there's layers upon layers to this. I know it's not easy. I can sit here for what? It's been 46 minutes talking about this. Whatever this is not easy. This is not easy. These are major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe 8. We got 8 major arcana. Major arcana are the ones that have names, not the swords, pentacles, cups, etc. That's major energy. So I know that like, it's easy for me to sit here and say this, but when I see this combination of cards, oh my God, this is major life lesson energy, right? This is major life lesson energy. This is not like, oh, someone just pissed you off today. Like, this is a major life lesson. This is huge. This is huge. But you see, the Wheel of Fortune is positive. It's like, what's meant for you is trying to manifest. But in order for that to happen, like, chaos has to happen. That makes sense. Again, that's just the way that it is. In order for this light to come through, chaos has to happen. But the only thing that you have control over is whether or not you want to perceive it as chaos. Right? So, for example, let's say the best thing for you is to move to another city. But you have a lot of pressure from your family, right? 4 of Wands, to stay where you're at. But you know the best thing for you is to move to the other city, to another city. You're an adult. You're an adult now. And the lesson here that the Divine wants you to recognize is how to put yourself first, right? You're not a baby. You don't need adults you don't have to, you don't need adults to be telling you how to live your life. Okay, they're not with you during your spiritual process. You might have a lot of controlling people around you. Let's say that that's the case, right? So it's like, so there's a blessing and good fortune here and something manifesting. But in order to get there, it involves some kind of tower. It involves some kind of like shake up. Because let's say that's your situation. It's still going to be a shake up. You're going to get your blessing and you're going down the right path, but it's going to involve you having to deal with their mouth, right? Their mouth, they're talking, they're criticizing, etc. Are you sure you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? That kind of stuff, right? The Divine wants you to kind of scratch that out and just focus on your reward. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever, you know, something good is manifesting out of it. If you fall prey to this, though, if you fall prey to letting this outside stuff control your decisions from now on, look, you see, you can't make it up. I don't read reversals unless it really stands out. And it does stand out to me because I isolated this card. It was underneath. I pulled it out. That's the Ace of Pentacles. In this deck, it says Ace of Gems. And it says the reward. Look how it, this is the same card. In reverse, though, I said, what happens if you fall prey to this? Well, you don't get the reward. It's that simple. You don't get it. You go through another lesson. Ding. Does that make sense to you? I don't know why I just felt like pressing that bell. It's like, ding, ding, ding. Do you get it? Then this is going to be delayed. Not saying that you're not going to get the stability, but it's going to be delayed. Okay, there's an energy that you need to sacrifice and needs to be cut out here. This is as clear as day. And the moment that you do, the sun swoops in and everything starts manifesting. And then before you know it, you're going to look back like, I can't believe I allowed myself to go through that in the first place. But it's okay. No need to focus on the past. Let's move forward. That's it. You're going to get there at some point. You're going to get to that state. That's where the divine wants you to get to. And if it's about a relationship, I am telling you, this person was meant to be with you. They just did not learn their lessons. Can you clarify that? They just did not learn it. Can you clarify that? How else are they going to clarify that other with the same card? This is the after tarot. What happens next? They did not learn their lesson, right? And the devil again. They did not learn their lesson. They didn't learn their lesson, right? So you were supposed to have the Four of Wands with this person, or in this situation, so you had an idea of like you want stability, a home, a family, whatever. But they didn't learn their lesson. So this is you saying, well, then I'm going to go. You know what's interesting to me? It's like, if you look here in this, like, it's not a horse and buggy because those are bulls pulling that little carriage. But she looks like she's like alone there. There's people around her, but she's like, yeah, I got it. Like, you defeat that devil on your own. Like, because you're still meant to defeat this devil. You're still, if they didn't learn their lesson, you still got to learn your lesson. You can't stay behind because someone else doesn't want to learn their lesson. It's like, if you battled drugs, all right, and you did the right thing and you went through a rehab program, and if this specifically relates to you, I'm proud of you. I want to tell you that. Like, wholeheartedly, you don't even know. That is so hard. That is a blessing. I am proud of you. If you were that person that put in that freaking work and you got through it, but you have a best friend that started rehab with you and then they relapsed again, as much as you love them and you want to help them, you can't be around them. And every time you're with them, they're going to pull something out that's going to trigger you to want to go back to your habits. It's a sacrifice. That shit hurts, but you got to let them, you got to leave them back there. It sucks. It sucks. Excuse me. Something like that. Why are the Four of Wands and the devil here coming out so many times? This is the after tarot. Hello. The after tarot is a representation of what happens next because you've been in a place of heartbreak for way too long for other people because of other people. And the three of swords in the traditional tarot shows somebody like bleeding, their heart hurts. But in this deck, it shows you saying, I don't see another person here, but I gotta mend my own heart. I gotta put a bandage around it so it can heal up. I took those swords out. I'm not just gonna walk around with 3 swords in my heart. I'm not gonna do it. I cannot allow their devil energy to affect me. I want the stability. I want this relationship. I want this family life. I want this for myself. That's the lesson. That's the lesson here. You get through it. Yes, you get through it and then you get back. Look, with the 8 of Cups and the Hierophant and the Sun, my people. Oh my God. Whoa, the major, oh my God, and then I split it and it's the Fool, the major arcana, and the 5 of Cups that was underneath there. Everything is confirmed in the after tarot. You can't make it up. The after tarot is what happens next. All the cards, they're here, confirming. The 8 of Cups was underneath it. There it is. The 5 of Cups was underneath it. There it is. The Sun was underneath it. There it is. Oh my God. What does this say? The 6 of Cups is you going back to a place where you were happy, where you were ready to like, you had, I feel like at some point in the past, like an energy around you where you were like more excited about life and your family. But this person's devil energy kind of took that away from you. Either this person or this situation or this workplace or this family dynamic or this location. Again, take it as it resonates. But when, again, this is the after tarot. Again, it has a different image than the traditional. In the after tarot, as you can see, there's somebody walking away here. And that's the 8 of shells, right? Sacrifice. When you decide to allow this person or thing or whatever it is, this devil energy, to walk away, right? And you just see it for what it is. And you pick up that 1 cup of self-love. And even though there's those 2 of cups, that partnership, whatever it was, let the content spill out. It's fine. You're going to be sad about it. Yeah, because here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. And that's the 5 of cups, which is here. And that's, you know, that's sad, melancholy energy. I'm not saying you're allowed to feel those feelings. But when, despite the sadness and despite the relationship that didn't happen, you let this person walk away or the situation walk away. You pick up this cup of self-love and you look into it. And you do so with dignity. And you say, despite me being burned. See, I always take this as an omen. This card was actually burned with a candle a long time ago on my desk. You take that leap of faith. You have a new beginning. The sun is going to bless you. The Hierophant is you being committed to heal and get back to yourself, heal your heart, walk away from that which doesn't serve you anymore so that you can have this relationship, this happiness, so that you can have self-love, Lover's card, and actually come into a union that is deserving of you. And you are going to, I'm tell you that. And the 5 of Cups in the after tarot shows you finally literally doing that. Because in the traditional tarot, the 5 of Cups, is it here? It is, but hold on. Okay. This is the Morgan Greer, but it's still similar to the traditional tarot. See, in the Morgan Greer here, it shows, you see, it's somebody looking all the way down. There's the 2 of Cups, which signify 2 of Cups means a union. They're not even looking at it. Like this person has taken, or the situation, the energy of even wanting to do that. Not in the after tarot, it's like you finally healed from that. You're starting to heal from that. You still remember that it happened. But again, look in the river. I'm not saying that you want this person to die, obviously. Like, that's not what I mean. But it's the same person, can you see, in the red cloak? See? You let them walk away. They want to walk away from you or you, whatever. Let them do what they do. Pick up that cup of self-love. They're like literally, they're going to walk into their demise anyway. You see, like wherever they went, whatever journey, wherever they went, literally wherever they went thinking they were going to find the grass was greener. If this is a person, they ended up freaking drowning anyway. But honey, that's not your problem. Okay? Because I feel like you know that this person is heading nowhere fast. Or this situation is just like not healthy, you know? Like even though they don't see the wrong of their ways because they're under the influence of the devil, whatever. But you know what you do? You pick up your head. You're starting to pick up your head. And you're starting to realize that there are still 2 cups there. Like forget this person like, hey, come back. I need you in my life. Like, no. Right? You're still sad. That's why it's a sacrifice. Because when you're still in this black cloak, like this person calling out for you is still affecting you. Like you're still sad. Like it's taking all of you not to answer their text. It's taking all of you to like this is hard, but you're going to turn around anyway. And you're going to look to the new, however this resonates for you. And it is going to, ultimately, you're going to get to a place where you're going to heal. You're going to be okay. And it's what the divine wants you to be able to commit to that and have a new beginning, because where you're headed is healing, is stability, it's happiness, it's a relationship that's meant to be. And you might think it's harder than it is, because the Fool card and the blah, 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 I can't speak, in the traditional tarot shows this person at the edge of the cliff about to jump, but you can't see how far down the cliff goes, right? But when he jumps here in the after tarot, the jump wasn't even that far, right? So like, whereas you think this is going to be hard, it might be just for like 2-3 months. But then out of nowhere, it's just like you're going to have just like, oh, that you're going to get to a period faster than you think where this is not going to affect you that much. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Right? I feel like we've all gone through relationships that didn't work out, and we've all gone through where it was hard. And then you kind of get to a period, a place where it's not that bad anymore. And you got to keep yourself busy, work on yourself, do what you got to do. But it doesn't happen from keeping yourself busy. It happens from getting to a place of understanding this and like coming to terms with it. Like this person, devil energy. There's like an element of arrogance here though too in that person. But the way they're walking away there, not you, the other person, or with this other situation or the people involved, the way that they're walking away is like, or like, I'll come back whenever I want, or it's better over there, or whatever. And like, they're not caring about your sadness. But then ultimately, again, like they're drowning here. They're going to come down to their demise. It might be somebody that every time they take advantage and they want to come back when like no one's accepting them because they're not right. Something like that. Okay. But again, Spirit is here with a book to see if you learned a lesson. Yeah, that's my dog confirming as always. Dude, I'm looking outside, like, it's already getting dark. That's the only thing about Jersey that I know. It's like, it gets dark. They need to do something about that. Daylight savings is so unnecessary. It just really, like, why add to the seasonal depression of people? Like, there are people that go into work and it's dark out. And then they leave work and it's dark out. And I experienced that a long time ago when I used to work in New York City. Because that was a commute. So I would go into the office and it was dark. And I would leave the office at 5 and it was dark. That shit is fucking terrible. Damn. They need to, like, I just don't see the need anymore to put people through that. Hold on. Let me get something from here. It's the 8 of Swords. You may feel as though you're restricted by the circumstances you find yourself in, but that's just an illusion. Make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that's making you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come to the rescue when you can free yourself. I mean, they said it better than I can. The Hierophant says that. It's like you making the commitment to yourself. Not to be stuck in a situation that makes you unhappy, not, or being afraid to disappoint people. And if you want confirmation if this is going to get better, honestly, no, not until you excuse yourself from it. 3 of Abundance. But your passions will lead you to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. If this is about work, take that as a resonance, okay? Go for it. But this might also, 3 of Abundance in this deck is the Abundance is the Pentacles. It means like go ahead and work on yourself. Seeking a mentor could be spiritual help, a personal reading, or a therapist, whatever. Like, this could be the personal reading for you. This right here. This was the message. You're still getting a message from this, right? Like this would be Spirit acting as a mentor through me to you, right? 100%. Even if you need a therapist to get you through it while you free yourself, do what you gotta do. It's fine. Hold on. What's this? Go within. Number 2. Let's see. You are a very intuitive person, and there are many. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much today. Seriously. You are a very intuitive person, and there are many wonderful insights that lie waiting inside you. Take time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer. There's no need to take action right now, but be patient with yourself. All right. So this doesn't mean if this is a relationship, like get up and start dating tomorrow. Okay. Like take some time to go within, heal yourself. This is more the decision of you, taking the time to bandage your own heart. The important thing is, like, when the devil comes to seduce you, say, that's it, right? As I don't want to go through another lesson. Because between now and June 12th, they keep saying that ish to me. It's like there's so much ready to manifest in your life. Like, are you gonna, I don't want you to slow the speed of that. What is it that's manifesting between now and June? You know, again, you're gonna stop being stuck. Look, we're talking about manifestation. Look at the 2 cards that are here in the after tarot. You know? Can you make it up? No. The Hanged Man and the Wheel of Fortune. The Hanged Man and the after tarot. Look, and as we're talking about manifesting, literally, as we're talking about manifesting, here's the card of manifestation, the Magician card in the after tarot. Dude, the freaking amount of major arcana that are coming through in these readings is absolutely insane. This entire reading was mostly major arcana. Do you know the significance of that? Like, that is so... I mean, because this is not small stuff, baby. This is big stuff. This is life-changing. This is like, if you do the right thing right now, don't let the devil, you know, overpower you. Like, everything that you ever wished for is going to manifest in the next 6 months. But if you fall prey to it, the lesson's going to be that much deeper and bigger and harder. Because this is at a soul level. It's so deep. You know? You've been stuck. It's like because of the energy of this other person, place, or thing. This noun. Right? This energy. Whatever this is. That Wheel of Fortune has been halted. And Spirit can't take it anymore. They're like, we're trying to manifest something bigger for you. Money-wise, life-wise, independence. In terms of your soul growth. But you've been... Remember, there's a difference between the Hermit and the Hanged Man. Do you know that? There's a difference between the Hermit and the Hanged Man. The Hermit is intentional for you to seek wisdom. The Hanged Man is like you put yourself there. It's an illusion that you're stuck. Spirit's here like trying to give you water so that you can get out of that. And these blessings can manifest in your life, you know? I said, you know? I'm like, what's going to manifest between now and then? I mean, but it's that. It's getting out of this. It's getting out of being stuck. Look here again. You were keeping yourself blocked. This is the after tarot. You see the blindfold starting to lift up. Exactly that. I hope that this reached who it needed to reach. I know that it will. What's that? Again, the confusion, because I feel like you're operating from a place of confusion. You're avoiding hopping on the timeline that you're meant to be on right now. The 7 of Cups is like thoughts all over the place, confusion, delusion. But in the after tarot, it's like you finally like being clear on what's in your heart space, picking a cup, making a decision, going forward, and then that manifests everything into your life. I'm going to leave it here, guys. Love and light. Again, the link is down below. And click more underneath this video in the description box. I'm going to add a link. There's still spots if you want a personal. I'm clicking off right now, uploading this. And getting those other ones out and working on the ones from tomorrow too. All right. Love and light.